Welcome. The Belko Experiment was released in 2016 and was directed by Greg McLean. It stars John Gallagher Jr. and is about 80 employees at a company who have to fight each other to the death in sort of like a battle royale style for some weird experiment. Will we find out what the experiment is? What is even happening? Why do these people have to fight each other? These are all answers that we hopefully will find out with this movie. So before I start this review, I just want to give a big shout out to my guy Bill Engel from the Three Strangers podcast. He is the one who gifted me this movie to review. So here's the review. Thank you, Bill, for giving me this movie. I got to watch it again. I got to experience it again. It was a while since I saw this movie. I think I saw it in 2017 at my friend's house. And I remember back then I was like, it's alright. So it was nice to get to watch it again and got to relive those feelings and be like, it's alright. I mostly feel the same about it. It's not the best horror movie, but there are a lot of cool parts about it that I do like, so let's start talking about some pros. In terms of some pros that I have with the movie, I love the blood and gore effects. I think they are done very well. Not much to say about that. There's a lot of blood and gore in this movie, so if you enjoy that, you do have that in this movie. They're done very well. In terms of other pros, though, I like the character study aspect of this movie, and I think it's its greatest strength. We really get to see the different choices that characters make when they encounter the same situation. So, a big voice is overheard and says, you have to kill 2 people in 30 minutes, and you start to see how people react to this, and then something happens, and you're like, alright, you gotta kill 30 people, or else 60 people will die. And it's really cool seeing how different characters react to this. And it's mainly shown between, I'd consider them our 2 main characters, of Mitch and Barry. We really see how Mitch is more like, oh, I don't want to kill anyone, this isn't right. If you're with me, be with me. But Barry is more like, I'm gonna kill everyone because I want to survive and I'm not dying. So screw everyone else, I'm killing everyone. And it's really interesting seeing how the 2 characters react to the situations and seeing how some minor leads, I'll say, or supporting characters also react in the situation. I think it's its greatest strength. But unfortunately, the writing of this movie isn't very good. And I think it's because it had such a cool idea, and it was very hard to portray something realistic within this cool idea. So they tried to stay within a sense of realism, which I think is a fault to the movie. I think it should have been a little bit more crazier than what we got. Because a lot of the kills are... Sorry for that cut, my mom said something through the room without realizing that I was recording, so... Sorry for that little weird cut, but back to what I was saying. It tries to stay within a sense of realism, which is a fault to the movie. It should have been a little bit more crazier, where people were killing each other with office supplies like staplers, pens, cups, like mugs. That would have been awesome. Unfortunately, we don't get that. We get a lot of gunshots. There's explosions, which I don't want to get into those spoilers. There was just a lot of normal shooting stuff that was happening when it could have been really cool to have people die from office supplies when it takes place in an office, which I think is such a huge, colossal failure to this movie. And I think that leads me to my other con with the movie, that it feels kind of lazy and boring at points, because we don't have those exciting type of kills. We have these really lazy, just, oh, I'm gonna shoot you in the head because you're old. Or, oh, you should die because you don't have any children and there's no one to take care of you, so who cares if you die? It was stuff like that that was happening in this movie. And it's fine if you want to do that, but if you're setting it up to be this really cool, in an office space, you could kill each other, like, everyone has to die except for one person has to survive. Survival of the fittest. Have people kill each other with, I don't know, a stapler, a ruler, a piece of tape, duct tape someone's mouth and kill them with that. I don't know. You could have done such cool stuff with this movie. And unfortunately, there's one moment that is very cool. I can't lie. There's one moment that's very cool in this moment towards the end of the movie. But unfortunately, the ending of the movie is ruined because it just sets up a sequel. And then after watching it, you kind of realize, oh, it was just setting up for a sequel the whole time. Yay. That was a lot of hate that I just sent out with this movie. I do want to reiterate, I don't think it's a bad movie. But overall, I'm going to give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. And I do recommend you watch it. It's very cool. It's not the best movie that you're ever going to see, but it's a lot of fun. There's some pretty funny moments in it. Sean Gunn's in the movie as a supporting character. I really liked him in it. You should watch it. So thank you everyone for watching this review, and be on the lookout for more reviews soon. I'm not sure what I'm reviewing next, so be on the lookout for whatever it may be. But let's flash forward to the next review.